Alright gang, you just robbed the bank. Have you ever thought about where you would go, what you would do, how you would get there, all of this stuff, and how you would pick the place you would actually live? No? Well, guess what? You're lucky you have me because I have. This is something that I thought about when traveling all around the world, and well, let's get to it. My name is Tony. This is Tony versus the world. Let's go. Jade, hit my drop.
No, Tony versus the world!
Alright boys, so if you want to go down this route, one of the first things you got to learn is you really got to disappear. And yeah, that's going to be harder than you think. So one of the first things that you got to do, obviously, is you got to delete all your social media presence, everything online about you. And that includes your credit cards, bank account, all of that stuff. It has to go. All your connections with your old life, including this, your cell phone, out of here. You got to go. All your old clothes, your cars, everything gotta be gone. You don't want no trace of anything connecting you to your new life. All right, and one of the most important things you gotta do is something I'm actually good at. Learn how to travel alone. Move fast and leave no trace of nothing anywhere you go. In 1995, there was a movie called Heat, and Robert De Niro said,
Guy told me one time, don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner.
you gotta be able to move. And you're gonna have to become a new person. And that shouldn't be hard in a new place, but yeah, you're definitely gonna have to lose your identity. But let's get to the main topic here. You're definitely gonna have to pick a place with no extradition treaty.
Baby, I'm a gangster too. It takes two to tango. You don't wanna mess with me. Baby, I'm a gangster too.
Okay, so it says right here, extradition law in the United States is the formal process by which a fugitive found in the United States is surrendered to another country or state for trial, punishment, or rehabilitation. And yes, you can be extradited from another country back to the United States. If countries have a no extradition treaty, guess what? There's either no law in place that the United States can request the citizen to come back to the country, or the country has specifically said, we don't do business with the United States, period. And that's what we want.
Now there's a difference between having no extradition treaty and being non-extradition. Let's run through it real quick. All right, so no extradition, that's easy. It means that there's no treaty in place. There's no paperwork in place that says they have to do this or they have to do that. They can make a decision and send you back or not send you back at all. They can really do whatever they want. And on the other side of the coin, non-extradition means there is paperwork in place that says no matter what, we don't send our citizens back for no other reason whatsoever. So you can kind of see where you need to go. Non-extradition is always the way to go. All right, so let's talk about real quick what I would actually do. I got a real short list of places that I would consider. Let's run through them real quick. Indonesia, Qatar, China, somewhere in the Middle East, and maybe Senegal, because I've been to all of those places, so I kind of got an idea of what to expect once I get there. But let's talk about one of the places that isn't on my list real quick for 1 second. So if you guys know me, I love Brazil. It's one of the places where I absolutely want to retire to once it's all said and done, and I'm able to retire and just move to anywhere I want to. Well, Brazil actually has a little clause in their paperwork that says that they are a non-extradition country if you're a citizen of Brazil. So yeah, you kind of got to be a citizen to get that benefit. And I'm not telling you to go research on how to be a citizen, but trust me, I've done it already. All right, so let's talk about a place that is on my list. Indonesia. I love Indonesia. It's a great place. I love being there. The exchange rate is awesome. One of the things I always consider when I want to move somewhere. And for Indonesia, they don't have an extradition treaty in place, so they can actually do whatever they want to do. They can send you back, they can comply with the US, or they can choose to not comply with the US. However, in places like this, what I've found is that big superpower countries, yeah, you get it, they can actually go to foreign soil and really just impose their will and do whatever they want to do because they've done it before in history. So Indonesia may not be the place to go. Maybe not. It's still on the list for me. But if you really want to escape this is one of the places that you probably don't want to visit because, like I said before, the US can just come in and do whatever they want to do. All right, so let's talk China. Well, China is China. Everybody knows that. They don't want the US meddling in anything that has anything to do with their government. So, well, you get it, right? Now, since all of these places are on my short list and they don't have extradition treaties with the US, I still might not want to go there. But why? Well, they still have diplomatic relations with the US, meaning that the US probably already has influence on those countries, and then that's when they can go in there and kind of step on laws and, play the bully, that type of thing. So let's talk about countries who don't have any diplomatic relations with the US, because you see where this is going, right? All right, so I know what you're thinking. Are there countries that don't have any treaties with the US and don't have any relations with the US as well? Of course there are. I'm not telling you to go research them, but I'm going to give you a couple here. So I know Iran is one, Syria is one. You're probably not going to like any of these places, but hey, if you want to get away, this is what you need to do. All right, so at this point, you're probably saying, Tony, how do you know all of this stuff? Well, yes, I've thought of it a lot. This is just something I do because I know one day I'm probably going to get out of here. I'm not going to live in the US for the rest of my life. So, if anything was to ever happen, I have a plan set where you're probably never going to see me again. And that's going to be that. And to any FBI agents that may be watching this in the future, you didn't think I was actually going to mention a place that I was really going to go on this video on the internet, did you? You can forget it. You'll never see me again because the laws are public and I can read. So therefore... And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, use that finger, smash the like button, and thank you so much for watching this. My name is Tony. This is Tony versus the World, and we will see you next time. We are out of here. Let's go.